Jasper St. John Sullivan, 5th Earl of Blackwater, surveyed his twin brothers with a quizzical smile. "So, my dears, I've done my part, and 'tis up to you now to fulfil the terms of our esteemed uncle's will." The Honourable Sebastian Sullivan raised a questioning eyebrow at his twin, who was staring blankly at the rich Aubusson carpet at his feet. "Well, Perry, Jasper has his bride. What are we going to do about finding our own?" "It's insane, worthy of a bedlamite," the Honourable Peregrine declared, raising his eyes at last. Ordinarily serene, those deep blue eyes flickered with derision. "Somehow, each of the three of us before the old man's death has to marry a woman in need of spiritual or moral salvation in order to share equally in his fortune. What kind of nonsense is that?" "But think of that fortune," Jasper said gently, taking a pinch of snuff. £900,000, my dear Perry, is not to be sneezed at." He dropped the enamelled snuff-box back into the deep, lace-edged pocket of his coat. "'Tis riches almost beyond the dreams of avarice," Sebastian agreed with a short laugh. "But I'll believe it when I see it. 'Tis some trick of the devil, I'll lay odds." "You could be forgiven for thinking that," Jasper chuckled. "Our esteemed uncle is the devil incarnate, whatever he might prate about repentance and his wholehearted return to the bosom of the church." "But can we really take him on trust?" Sebastian pressed. "He could rewrite his will at any time, while we're struggling to turn some lost female onto the paths of righteousness." Jasper shook his head. "No, I doubt that, Seb. Viscount Bradley has a strange sense of honour, and he'll not leave his fortune away from the family if he can help it. He just wants to watch us squirm." He set down his sherry glass on the mantel behind him. "Well, I assume you still have most of the £5,000 he gave you to aid you in your quest, so I suggest you get to it. There's no knowing how long the old man will last." "Oh, he'll probably never give up this mortal coil just to spite us," Sebastian declared. His elder brother laughed. "He'll hang on as long as possible. You can count on that." He picked up his bicorn hat and silver cane on his way to the door. "I've a dinner engagement, so you must excuse me." The door closed behind him, and the twin brothers regarded each other in silence for a moment. "So what now?" Peregrine asked. "I've been putting off even thinking about the whole ludicrous proposal, but Jasper's right. He has his bride, so we have to do our bit. But where do we start to look for our fallen women? Not that I think for 1 minute that Clarissa was ever a fallen woman." At that Sebastian laughed, thinking of his elder brother's new wife. "No, I suspect you're right there, but London's teeming with the real article, Perry. Just take a stroll through the piazza." "I've never found whores appealing," his twin stated, "and I'm damned if I'm going to marry one, a fortune notwithstanding." Sebastian grinned. "I'm not so nice in my taste, brother. A tasty tidbit from one of the better class of nunnery can provide fine entertainment. At least you know where you are with them." A shadow crossed his face, not missed by the ever-observant, ever-sensitive Peregrine. Peregrine said nothing, although he knew his brother was thinking of Serena Carmichael, the woman he had loved, the woman who had cast him aside without explanation. In the 3 years since Serena's betrayal, Sebastian had amused himself as he saw fit, but had never allowed a relationship with a woman to go further than superficial dalliance. He had chosen his mistresses from the ranks of the Cyprian corps, opera dancers and orange sellers, and once or twice had dallied with courtesans from the upper echelons of society, but never anything serious.